Good day everyone, wherever place you are watching from. This is from the academic unit of CCCSPFUTA, and we're here to take you MCS 104 Parabola. So Parabola is not a new thing to us. ME 101 we did something similar, not even similar, we did Parabola. So we know what Parabola is. It is not a new thing to us. So this part is just like the mathematical aspect of Parabola. All right, so the general formula for Parabola is y squared is equal to 4ax. This is the general formula for Parabola, and we know that Parabola is a shape or diagram that looks like this. So this is a parabola. When you see this is a parabola. So this formula varies for different parabolas. For this y squared is equal to 4ax, the diagrammatical representation is like this. It's like this. We have y squared is equal to minus 4ax. For this formula, the diagrammatical representation is like this. Alright, to buttress my point the more concerning this diagram. So now, this one, our parabola is facing this part because of our a is positive. For instance, if we have y squared is equal to 12x, which means after comparing, we have our a to be 3. That is positive 3. That is why it's facing this direction. Let's come to this place. If we have our y squared is equal to minus 12x, which means our a will be equal to negative 3. So which means if I should clean this one, our y squared is equal to 4ax, but if a is positive or a is negative, we determine the position of the parabola. You understand? If you should come to this one, there's a parabola like this, and this one is y squared, right? So now if you see the one facing upward, that is x squared is equal to 4ay. When a is when a is positive, when the value of a is positive, and if it is facing downwards, we have x squared is equal to 4ay still. But in this place, the value of a is negative. Do you understand? For this place, the value of a is positive. For this place, the value of a is positive, and for this place, the value of a is negative. All right, now, having known this, let us look at the part of parabola. Let's look at the part of parabola. All right. As parabola is concerned, we have 3 parts of parabola. So we have the vertex, we have the focus, and we have the directrix. We have the vertex, we have the focus, we have the directrix. So now let us look at what the vertex mean, what the focus mean, and what the directrix mean, and to let us understand the part of a parabola. You know, earlier we said a parabola is like this. We said a parabola is like this. So now, what do we mean by vertex? Vertex is the midpoint of the body of the parabola. So which means a point at which the parabola can be divided into 2 equal halves. Yes, I can use it. That's a better way to use it. A point at which the parabola can be divided into 2 equal halves. So which means if we should pick a point here, and a line should pass through it, which means we have the upper and we have the lower like this. Now it has been cut into 2 equal halves. So this part is called the vertex. Do you understand? So let us check the focus. What is focus? Focus is a point, or let me say a fixed point at which the parabola is drawn. So which means if I want to draw something like this, you know our compass, when we do shapes in mathematics, to draw a circle, when we put our compass in the middle of our book and strike an arc to draw a circle. So the point at which the compass is fixed, that point is called the focus for parabola. The point at which our compass is fixed to draw this shape or to draw the parabola is called the focus. So let me say I want to draw a focus, a parabola like this now. If I should put my point here, You understand? This is our compass, right? And I draw it like this. So which means this point is called what? The focus. I don't want you to misunderstand me. I'm not saying focus is the center of a parabola. What I'm trying to say is that let us go back to MA 101. You know, if you want to draw our parabola, you know, this is our focus, and this is our vertex, pardon me, and these are what? These are our focus. So you know that if you want to draw our parabola, we have to put our what? Our compass on this place, strike an arc here. That's on the focus, right? Come to the vertex, you strike an arc. You come to the focus again, you strike an arc. Then come to the vertex, strike an arc. Come to the focus here, right? Strike an arc, and to the vertex, strike an arc. Then when you join the arcs that are the strike, when you join the points together, we have a parabola. So the vertex and focus are the points at which we used to get the parabola. It is, so I'm not saying the focus is is the center. It's just for us to understand it better, much better. You know, this is a circle. This is a circle. This is a point of a circle, and circle is different from what? From parabola. Do you understand? So this is focus. This is vertex. So what I'm trying to say is that focus is not the center. Do you understand? It's not the center. And vertex and focus are what? They are used hand in hand to draw the parabola. Alright, so now let us check directories. Please pardon me to clean this diagram to just to create a proper space for us to understand the three parts. So as we said earlier, you know, this is our vertex, these are what? These are focus. So now our directories, we can say our directories is a focus but in an opposite direction. Do you understand? It's a focus in an opposite direction, which means this is our focus. You understand? It is inside, or it is in the open space of the of the parabola. So now when we want to get the directories, you can say the directories is at what? Is at this point. Do you understand? It's at this point. Let us come to check this place. Let's look at this diagram. This diagram, where's our what? Where's our vertex? These are our vertex, right? These are our vertex. And don't forget that our vertex and our focus is just to draw a parabola. So now if you come to this place like this, this is the open space of the parabola, right? And the focus should be obviously find somewhere here. This is it. These are our focus. And what is our directories? Our directories is it will be somewhere at the close space or the back of of the parabola, which is at this point. All right, let me ask you a quick question to see if you are following. Let me ask you a quick question. So what equation is governing this parabola? What equation governs it? A condition. What equation are condition? So don't forget that the equation is is y squared is equals to is equals to 4ax. This is the equation, right? But at what condition? Don't forget that the parabola is facing this direction when our a is is negative. Do you understand? When our a is negative, the first one when our a is is positive. Do you understand? All right, so I want us to look at the formula. All right, let's look at the formula of a focus and directories. But before we go into that, I want to fix something here. This place A, this place A. You can see that the distance between the focus and vertex is A, right? And the distance between the vertex and the directories is is A. Do you understand? All right, so let us look at the formula of a focus and directories to get the focus and directories. You know, normally our focus F is equals to H plus A. Do you understand? This H is standing for what? It stands for our vertex. Do you understand? So let us come to our directories. D is equals to H minus minus A. Alright, so I'll be taking how I got my H. I'll be saying this from the vertex, right? Now, let us understand in a better way. You understand? Let us understand this in a better way.
That's good.
Alright. Alright, this is a parabola. Where's the vertex? This is the vertex, right? This is vertex. Don't forget, these are our y coordinates and these are our x-axis or y-axis and x-axis. You understand? So our vertex is on what point? On y and x. On y is on 0, right? That's 0. On x is on 0, abi? That's 0, comma what? Comma 0. So which means this is what? This is our x, this is our y. And this is h, why this is k. Do you understand? This is h, why this is k. You know, the horizontal, and this one is the vertical. That's k. Alright, let's look at another one. Let's look at another one. If you have something like this, alright, let's look at this diagram. Where's the vertex? Can you point the vertex? Alright, this is what? This is the vertex. You understand? So let us say v. So on x, let's say this place is what? Is 2. So which means on x it is what? It is on 2. And on y it is on what? On 0. That's 2 what? 2 coordinates 0. And that's h and what? And k. Do you understand? So let's check one more. Let's check one more. So look at this. This is what? This is vertex, right? So now let us trace it to our x and our y axis. This is 0, right? So let us trace it down. Let's trace it down. Let's trace it down. And let us call this point -3. And let's trace it to this point. Let us call this point 5. Do you understand? So our vertex v is equals to, that's what? On our x coordinates is on what? That's -3, right? So that's -3 coordinates. On our what? On our y axis is on what? Is on 5. That's what? That's 5. So this was this h and this k. That is where we got our h from. Alright, let's do something with this diagram here. Let's work out this diagram so we can get a better knowledge of it. Do you understand? Alright, let's assume our a here is 2. Do you understand? So using the formula, now how do we get the focus and directories? Let's use for our formula. You know, focus f is equals to what? That's h plus what? Plus a. You understand? What is our h here? 0, right? So that's our f is equals to, that's 0 plus what? What is our a? 2. That's 2. So our f is equals to what? Is equals to 2. You can see the focus will be somewhere here. Like I said earlier, let's call this space 2. You can see that it will be somewhere here. That's because it is positive. You understand? So let us check our directories now. You know, our directories, d is equals to what? That's h minus what? Minus a. Do you understand? So what is our h? Our h is 0. That's 0 minus 2. That's what? Our d is equals to what? That's -2. You need to be somewhere at this place, as I've said earlier. So you see, the focus and the directories, they are the same thing. But what? This one is in the what? In the negative, in the positive, in the, I say positive, I'm sorry. In the what? In the opposite. Permit me to use that word. In the opposite direction. Do you understand? Now, let's check this place. When our what? Let us say our a here is equals to 3. This is the second diagram, right? So now, to get focus, what are you going to do? Alright, at this place, what are we going to do? You know, our focus, our f is equals to what? Is equals to h plus a. What is our h here? 2, right? That's our what? That's is equals to, that's 2 plus 3 is equals to 5. For directories, that's what? That's h minus what? Minus a. What is our h? 2, right? That's 2 minus what? Minus 3. That's what? That's -1. So now, to write our f properly, and don't forget that the focus will be somewhere here, the directories will be what? Somewhere here. Do you understand? Come to this place, f will be somewhere here, the directories will be somewhere here. So to write our f properly, our f now is equals to what? That's what is our focus here? 5, comma, what is the k? 0. You know, we're not using the k. That's what? That's comma 0. Let's come to this place to write our what? Our f properly. That's our f is equals to what? What is our f? 2, right? That's 2, comma 0. Coordinate 0. Do you understand?
Hey.
Let's look at the third question. Don't forget that our v is what? Is -3, 5. Alright, so I want to get the focus and directories for this diagram, as I've been doing. So now, what is the formula for the focus? H plus a, right? So what is our h here? Don't forget this one is h and this one is what? Is k. What is our h? That's what? That's -3. And let's our a. What will our a be here? Let me say 4. And our a be 4. No, it can't be positive. Don't forget, the parabola is facing this what? This direction. Do you understand? That is why it is what? It is negative. So probably it will be what? It will be -4 or minus anything you want to use, because you have seen the what? The direction of the parabola. So now this is what? -4, right? That's what? This one will be h. That's -3 -4. That's what? That's -7. Sorry, permit me to write it properly. Let us get it properly. You know our what? This was -3, right? Our h. That's -3 plus what is a? That's -4. Do you understand? Don't forget that when positive multiply negative is giving us what? Negative. Don't forget. So we have -3 minus what? -4. That's what? -7 for our focus. Alright, let's write this f properly. So we have f is equals to, that's -7,5. So let's locate it on this diagram. Let's locate it here. Let's locate it here. You know, now our focus is what? Is -7, right? So it should be somewhere here. Do you understand? It should be somewhere here. So where will our focus be? This part, this side. Let us say our -7 will be somewhere here. This side is our focus. This point is our what? Is our focus. Now let us find the directories. So the directories, d is equals to what? That's h minus what? -8. What is our what? Our h. Our h is, that's -3 minus what? -4. Do you understand? So our d is equals to -3 minus is what? Plus, right? That's +4. That's our d is equals to 1. So if you want to locate it on the diagram, you come here. You see, this is 0, right? So let us call this place directories. This 1. Do you understand? Alright, let us solve questions on this. Alright, they say we should find the focus and directories of the parabola. Y squared is equals to 16x. And don't forget that we have the formula, our formula for parabola. That's what? Y squared is equals to 4ax. And don't forget that to find the focus, we have to know our h and our a. Also to find the directories. Do you understand? To find the vertex, we have to know our what? Our k and what? And our h. Do you understand? Alright, so now to find our a, we have to compare, which means we'll compare this given equation to what? To the general formula. Do you understand? So now which means we have what? Our 4ax is equals to what? 16x. We have x here. X is common to both of them, which means x will equal what? X will cancel out x. So we are left with 4a is equals to 16, making a the square of formula. Our a will be equals to what? 16 divided by what? 4. While our a is equals to 4. This is our a is equals to 4. Alright, so to find our vertex, our directories, and our focus, now we have to know h. You understand? So to find h and k, we have to put this one in what? In the conical form. This is our general formula. It was in the conical form. So what is the conical form of a parabola? So we say what? That's y minus k, or what? All squared is equals to 4a open bracket x minus h. Do you understand? So now you can see we have k. You can see that we have h. You can see that we still have a. Do you understand? So now, which means to make y stand alone, to make y or y square stand alone, our what? Our k must be equal to something, right? So here our k will be equal to 0, which means y minus 0 is still y. Abi, square it, that's still y square. So which means our k here is equal to 0. Come to this place to make x stand alone. Our h must be equal to something, right? So now our h is equal to 0, which means x minus what? Minus 0 is still x, right? So which means our h here, h is equal to what? Is equal to 0. So can we find the vertex now? Our v is equal to 0, 0. Don't forget h, what? H, k. Don't forget. So now to find our focus, our f is equal to what? Is equal to h plus what? Plus a, k. Right? H plus a, k. Let me write my key very well. K. So which means what is our h? Don't forget our h is what? Is 0 plus what? 0 plus 4. What is our k? 0. So which means our what? Our focus is what? Is 4, what? 0. And to find our directories, d is equal to what? That's h minus what? Minus a. So now which means our D is equals to what? 0 minus 4. Our directories now is equals to what? Minus 4. Do you understand? So let us check the diagrammatical representation or the grammatic representation of this. And don't forget that this equation, the equation given to us is what? Is positive. So where is our parabola going to face when it is positive? It's going to face this side, right? Don't forget, what is our focus? Is our vertex. Our vertex is 0 on that's what? On the x axis, and 0 on the what? On the y axis. So which means this is what? This our vertex, that's V, and our what? Our focus is what? Is 4, which means our focus will be what? That's 1. Let us say this is 1, 2, 3, 4. These are what? Our focus, and our directories will be what? That's minus 4. Our directory is minus 4. Now I said it will be somewhere here. That's what? 1, 2, 3, 4. And don't forget, this is the negative part of x, this is the positive part of x, and this is the negative part of what? Of x. So this is D, and let's say this place 4, and these are what? Our F, focus. So the second example, we have what? We have y squared is equals to minus what? Minus 12x. You see, this one is negative. That's minus 12x. So now we should find the what? We should find the focus, we should find the vertex, and what? And the directories. So to find our A, what is our what? Our formula. That's what? Our y squared is equals to what? That's 4ax. And don't forget that by comparing, so which means this given equation with this what? It's our general what? Our general formula. We have what? Our 4ax is equals to minus 12x. Don't forget x, right? So x will cancel out this x, right? So now to make A stand alone, we'll make it the sort of formula. Obviously our A now is equals to minus 12 divided by what? 4. And our A is equals to what? Minus 3. Do you understand? So we've gotten our A. So now to get our vertex, we have to know what? H. We have to know K. We have to know for what? For focus and for directories also. And now we need to get our vertex. Using the formula I used that time, we have what? That's y minus k all squared is equals to 4a open bracket x minus h. You understand? All right. So I want to make my what? My this side, this y minus k, look like y squared. What do I need to do? If I represent k as what? K as 0, we'll be left with y minus 0 is what? Is y, right? That y squared, yes, this place will be y squared and this place will be y squared. That means what? Our k is equals to what? Is equals to 0. So now let's come and check this side too. This is minus 12x. Do you understand? So don't forget that we've gotten our what? A to be what? Minus 3. 4 times minus 3 is minus 12, right? So now to make x stand alone, to make it look like this one, what is our h? Our h is going to be what? 0. Do you understand? So now we'll be left with what? X minus 0 is x. Do you understand? So that'll be our h2 is equals to what? Is equals to 0. Sorry. Our h is equals to 0. So to get our vertex is easy. Don't forget that our vertex is what? Is 0, 0, right? That's h coordinates k. So to get our focus, our f is equals to h plus what? Plus a. Abi? So our f now is equals to what is our h? What is our h? Don't forget that our h is 0, Abi. 0. What is our a? Minus 3, Abi. That's plus minus 3, right? So our f is equals to 0. What is minus times plus? That's minus, right? Minus 3. F is equals to what? That's 0 minus 3. So it means our focus is equals to what? Minus 3. Do you understand? So now to get our directories, our directories. Alright, but before then, let us write our what? Our focus in what? In the proper manner. Our focus is what? That's h plus what? H plus a, comma what? Comma k. Right? So what is my h plus a? What do we get? We get minus 3, right? That's minus 3 coordinates. What is k? That's 0. Alright, now let's get the directories. Our directories. D is equals to what? That's h minus what? H minus a. Our d is equals to what is our h? Don't forget that h is 0. That's 0 minus 3. Right? That's our d is equals to 0 plus 3. Minus times minus is plus, right? So our d is equals to what? Our directories is equals to 3. So for this example here, our what? Our vertex is 0, 0. Our focus is minus 3, 0. While our directories is 3. Alright. look at this example, very different from the one we'll be doing earlier. So this is y squared minus 4y minus 12x plus 40 is equals to 0. Find the vertex, direction, and focus. Alright, what do we have to do here? We have to separate y and x. So which means y will be at the left hand side, yx will be at what? At the right hand side. And this is what? Y squared minus 4y is equals to, that's 12x minus 40. Hope you know why this one is minus and plus, or plus and minus, right? So now, to make this one a perfect square, what do we have to do? Using completing the square method, we know we need a 4 here. And how do we do that? You will what? We will divide the what? We'll find the half. Okay, let's solve this step by step. So to find this one, the perfect square, using completing the square method, what are we going to do? Let us locate the coefficient of y, not y squared. The coefficient of y. So here, what is the coefficient of y? The coefficient of y. The coefficient of y is what? Is minus 4. Right? So now, having known the coefficient of y, we will get the half of the coefficient. Half of the coefficient of what? Of y. Half of the coefficient is what? That what? Minus what? Minus 2. Do you understand? So what I'm going to do is we are going to square the half of the coefficient. Do you understand? So squaring the what? The half of the coefficient, that's what? Minus 2 all squared, which is equals to what? 4. Do you understand? So now this is what we need. We are going to what? Introduce it into what? Into this equation. So we have what? We have y squared minus 4y plus what? Plus 4 is equals to, know that whatever we are adding here is we also what? We also apply it in this place. You understand? So that's what? That's 12x minus what? Minus 40 plus what? Plus 4 also. You understand? So we know that from this part, when you factorize, no factorization, after factorizing, we have our what? That's y minus 2 squared. Do you understand? That's y minus 2 squared after factorizing. And this one is equals to what? That will be 12 open bracket what? Don't forget that this one we 40 minus 40 plus 4, that's 36. Or just let me do it for you, that's minus 36. Just let me do it for you. Minus 40 plus 4, that's minus 36. Don't forget what I wrote earlier. Do you understand? Let us manage space. Do you understand? Alright, so this one was 12 open brackets x minus what? Minus 3. That's after we factorize. Alright, now let us write the general form and let's compare. So we have what? That's y minus k all square is equals to that's 4a open brackets x minus what? Minus h. Right now you can see that we have k here, we have h here. So let us compare. Let's compare these two together. We have what? We have minus 2 is equals to what? Is equals to minus k. Minus cancel minus, right? Which means our k is equals to what? Is equals to 2. Do you understand? Come to this place. Come to this place to find the what? For the h, that's minus 3, right? And that's minus h. So you can see that your h is 3, right? Your h is 3, so which means our h is equals to 3. So now let us find a. You know this 4a is equals to what? Is equals to 12. That's a is equals to 12 divided by 4. You understand? Normally, so our a is equals to what? Also, that's 3. Do you understand? So a is equals to 3. But let me show you how a is equals to 3. It's not magic. Let me show you. You know, this 4a, right? This 12, we are comparing. That's what? 4a is equals to what? 12. I'm going to make a stand alone, right? That's our a is equals to 12 over 4. And our a is equals to what? 3. Do you understand? So now, to get our vertex, our focus, and our directories, our vertex v is equals to, what is it? H comma k, right? What is h? 3. What is k? 2. That's 3 comma what? Comma 2. To get our focus, our f is equals to, open bracket, that's h plus what? Plus a comma k, right? So what is our h? 3, right? So that's 3 plus, what is our a? 3, right? That's 3 comma, what is k? 2. That's 2. So this what? This 6 comma 2. Do you understand? So now to find the directories, our d is equals to what? That's h minus what? H minus a, right? What is h? Our h is 3. That's 3 minus what? 3. Our directories d is equals to what? 0. Do you understand? Let's look at the diagram. Let's look at the diagram of what we just finished solving. Look at the diagram. All right, so our vertex is what? Is 3,2. So which means it is what? It is 2 on what? 2 on y and what? And 3 on x. Do you understand? All right, so which means if you are drawing it, it should be like this. All right, to get it better, then let us be confused. Understand? Let us get it better. So our focus is what? Our vertex is what? Is 3,2, right? So that's 2 on what? 2 on y, right? This 1, 2, and what? And let's put our 2 and 3 on what? On x. This 0, that's 1, 2, 3. So which means like this and like this. So this point, right? Like this, like this. Do you understand? All right. So to get our focus, what is our focus? Our focus is 6. Our focus is what? Is 6, right? So that's which means this is 3. You know, we are going what? We are moving 3 steps forward. That's 3, 4, 5, 6. Let us say our 6. Let us say this 3, this 4, this 5, this 6. So which means our focus will be somewhere here, right? So now for our directories, it is 0. This 0, right? This 0. So our directories will be somewhere here. Do you understand? That's what. That's directory right. 0. So this is the equation of the tangent to parabola and the equation of the normal to parabola. So for you to understand what the tangent and normal to a curve means, go back to the previous video on circle. You understand it better. So here we are just going straight forward. Do you understand? All right, so they say we should find the equation to the tangent of the parabola. Y squared is equals to 12x at 3,6. So don't forget that here we'll be needing what? We need our a, we need our y1, we need our what? Our x1. So our what? Our y1 is what? Is 6. That's our y1 is 6 here, which means our y1 is equals to 6. Our x1, this our x1 is equals to what? 3. So which means x1 is equals to 3. Now to get a, you know how to get a. Bring it together with the general equation. That's y squared is equals to 4ax. So that's 4ax is equals to what? That's 12x. That's our a is equals to 12 divided by 4. Our a is equals to 3. So now we have a is equals to 3, y1 is equals to 6, x1 is equals to 3. What I have to do? You will input your values here. Come to this formula. The formula says y, right? That's y multiplied by y1. What is our y1? 6, right? That's 6 is equals to, that's 2a. What is our a? Our a is 3, right? That's 3. 2a, open bracket. What is our x? Our x is x, right? Plus, what is x1? That's 3. All right. So now 6 times y, that's 6y is equals to 2 times 3 is 6, right? That's 6, open bracket, x plus 3. All right, so we have 6y is equals to, that's 6x, open this bracket, right? 6x, what's 6 times 3? That's 18, plus what? Plus 18. So if you see this one in your option, you are good to go. You understand? Because sometimes they can rearrange it by bringing x to this what? To this part, which means you'll be having what? 6y. When it's coming to this place, that's minus 6x is equals to 18. Or you divide all through by what? By 6. 6 is common, right? So 6 here, that's y minus x is equals to 18 divided by 6 is 3. If your answer is also like this, you are good to go. And again, it can also be equated to 0. So which means that this 3, the constant will come to the what? To the left hand side. So we have y minus x minus 3 is equals to 0. All right, now let us solve the equation of a normal to a parabola. All right. So it says that what? It says we should find the equation to the normal to the what? To the parabola. That's y squared is equals to 16x at 1, minus 4. You understand? All right. So don't forget that we have been given the equation of what? Parabola. This is right. So now, what is our x1? Our x1 is equals to 1, right? What is our y1? Our y1 is equals to what? Minus 4. You understand? To get our a, it is not a problem. The equation is that's y squared is equals to what? 4ax. So that's 4ax is equals to, that's 16x. That's a is equals to 16 divided by 4. Our a is equals to 4. So now we have a is equals to 4, x1 is equals to 1, y1 is equals to minus 4. Then you come and input it here. You understand? So that's what? That's 2 open brackets. What is a? That's 4 open bracket. What is y? Y is y. Do you understand? Y is y. All right. Plus what is x? X is x. That's x open bracket. What is y1? Minus 4. That's minus 4 is equals to, that's 2 open bracket 4 open bracket. What is what? What is minus, y1 is minus 4, abi? That's minus 4 plus what is x1? Our x1 is 1, right? That's 1 open bracket. What is y1? Minus what? That's minus 4. You can see it. All right. So what is 2 times 4? That's what? That's 8y. That's, don't forget that this is minus, right? Minus times plus will give us minus. That's times 4 times x. That's minus what? Minus 4x, right? Is equals to what is minus times minus 4 times minus 4 times 4 is minus 16 times 2 is what? Is minus 36, right? So now we have minus 36. So I said 36 the other time. This is 32. Minus 4 times 4 is minus 16 times 2 is minus 32, right? So minus times plus is minus, right? That's minus what? Minus 4. Do you understand? That's minus 4. So here we have what? We have 18y minus 4x is equals to minus 32 minus 4. That's minus 32 minus 4. That's minus, that's what? That's minus 36. Do you understand? So what are we going to do? We are going to bring that 6 to do what? To this aspect. So which means we are bringing it to the left hand side. So we have what? 8y minus 4x plus 36 is equals to what? Is equals to 0. If your answer is like this, you can leave it like this. But it can also be broken down. So which means you can divide all through by 4. So which means 8 divided by 4 is what? That's 4y minus 4 divided by 4 is what? That's minus x. What? That's plus 36 divided by 4 is what? Is 9. Is equals to 0. Oh, I wrote 4 instead of 2. Sorry, 8 divided by 4 is 2. Just for that. That's 2. All right, so that's 2y minus x plus 9 is equals to 0. So if you want to do exam, like if you are going to your examination center for the target and normal, what you have to know is just the formula. Know it perfectly. Do you understand? All right, thank you very much for listening. We've come to the end of this session, and as you watch, I pray God grant you wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Thank you.